All right, so we figured out by doing 25 divided by 2, which is 12.50. So again, 2 shirts is $25. So if I take that cost $25 divided by 2, I get 12.50. So now I want to know what a 12 shirts cost. So all thing I have to do is take this 12.50, that's the cost of one shirt, and multiply it by 9. And that's going to give me 112.15. So that means here, 112.50. Okay, so now I could have gotten that same thing by just doing this, by using any one of these ones that were complete. I could have used 2 or 4. I could have said, well, 2 shirts is $25. 9 shirts is how much? I could have cross multiplied, got the same answer. I could have used this. I could have said 4 shirts is $50. 9 shirts is how much? Cross multiply, we got the same thing. Now, for this part, when the total cost is 87, how many shirts were purchased? So 87.50. So if I know that each shirt is 12.50 and I spent 87.50, well, to find out what the cost of the number of shirts I bought, just take this 112.50. I'm sorry, just take the 87.50 that I spent and divide it by the cost of one shirt, which is 12.50, and I wind up with 7. Got 7 shirts. Now again, I could have used another proportion. I could have said, well, 4 shirts is $50. How many shirts is 87.50? And I'm going to cross multiply it. We're going to wind up with the same answer. All right. Next. So match the following numbers with the corresponding decimal values. So 2 and 35 hundredths. So 35 hundredths is the same thing as 0.35. So this is going to be 2 and 35 hundredths is right here. 2 and 35 hundredths. 18 over 25. Well, again, you guys could just do this. You could a couple of ways we can do this. So we could say 18 over 25. And what we could do is we can make this bottom number 100. Because 25 goes evenly to 100. And I made that into 100 by multiplying this 25 by 4. So now if I multiply the bottom by 4, I multiply the top by 4. So 18 times 4 is 72. And 72 hundredths is 72 hundredths. So that's going to be right here. All right. The next one, 1 and 1/4. Well, these two should be kind of easy because this one is 1 point something and this is 2 point something. So this is 1.25 and this is 2.5. All right. Convert the following decimals into a fraction. So for this one, for the first one here, we have 5, and I like to write it like this, 5 and 525, that's going to be thousandths. All right, so what we could do here is, let's turn this into an improper fraction. So 5 times 1,000 is 5,000 plus 525 is 5,525 over 1,000. So these two numbers have the same value. So now the only thing I have to do is I have to go ahead and reduce this. So I know these are big numbers, but what we could just do by looking at this, we could think of, we know 25 goes into both of these numbers, right? Because so 25 goes into 100 4 times, and 100 goes into 1,000 evenly. So, so with that being said, if 25 goes into 100 4 times, and 100 goes into 1,000 10 times, 4 times 10 is 40. So therefore, this 25 goes into 1,040 times. And then, of course, to find out how many times 25 goes into 5,525, we could sort of do it mentally, but also we could do this. We could say 5,525 divided by 25 equals 221. So therefore, it's going to be 221 over 40. And that cannot be reduced. So 221 over 40. So here we go. Let's make a little fraction here. So 221 over 40. Perfect. This one is 24.08. So let's say 24 and 8/100ths. All right, that's 8/100ths. So let's turn that into improper fraction. So 24 times 100 is 2400, plus 8 is 2408 over 100. Now, we could think of, again, let's just think of numbers that go into here evenly. Ideally, we use the biggest number. I know definitely 2 goes into both of these numbers, but I also know that 4 goes into both of them. So let's try 4. So 4 goes into 2408. Let's go in there 602 times. And 4 is going to go into 100. That's going to be 25 times. So 602 over 25. To me, I think that's the answer. 602 over 25. Bum, 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 bum. So 602 over 25. And before we go, just keep something in mind here. I could have for this first one, let's say, so remember we did 5, it was 5.525. What I could have done is I could have written that as 5 and 525 thousandths. I could have reduced the fraction part first. So 25 goes into 525 21 times, and 25 goes into 1,000 40 times. So now I can write that as 5 and 21 40ths. And then 5 times 40 is 200, plus 20 is 221 over 40, which was our answer. So there's other ways we can do that. And same thing for the other one. We could have done that too. Moving along. Simplify the expression. So here we go. We have this. So we have negative 11 over 21 plus negative 4 over 21. So good news is here we have like fractions here. So I don't have to worry about finding the common denominator. Let's just do what's on top. Negative 11 plus negative 4 is negative 15 over 21. So negative 15 over 21, that can be reduced to negative 5 over 7. All right, so negative 5 over 7 is our answer. So negative 5 over 7. And let's submit. We answered everything perfect, and we got 12 out of 12. Awesome. If you guys have any questions, let me know.